Hello everyone, welcome to another Take a Peek episode. This time we are taking a peek at Hyper Bounce Blast, developed by Flump Studios. So let's go and jump in right away. We're going to go look at settings. Settings are pretty straightforward, as you expect. This is an indie title. And it is, again, like I said, pretty straightforward. The big things I want to put out here is the mouse guide. Just kind of tells you where you're going, where you're aiming. Hit point color, you can change lots of different colors there. And of course, full screen and other basic graphic options. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot. But I just set the wrong button. I hope I didn't just reset the wrong button. You know what, master reset. Sure, we'll do that. Why not? Alright, we'll go back to green. And we're good to go. Okay. So, what is this game? So we just went back to the very beginning here. Everything's been completely reset so you guys can see everything. We'll go ahead and turn off the tutorial for now, because I already know what I'm doing. Auto fire we'll put on full. You can also just keep it on normal. So click to fire or hold down left mouse to fire. Pretty straightforward. You can adjust the game speed up or down as you see fit. 100 is, of course, the lowest. And then dynamic effects, pretty straightforward. Music you can change as ever you wish. We'll just go ahead and keep it classic for now. So there's 4 different modes you can play with. Arcade Classic, Arcade Arrange, Time Rush, and Tournament mode. And then the other 2 modes are locked until you get further into the game. So you'll have to play some of these modes first. You can unlock some additional content. The starting wave and gamepad type, that changes based on whether or not you've actually played any parts of the game yet. So, for example, on Arcade Classic, if you've made it to Wave 20, you can start at Wave 20, right? Or any wave before that, should you choose. So it's all there if you wish to choose to start a little bit later. But again, we're going to be starting from the very beginning here, just because it's a little bit easier to show off the game mechanics. So, Hyper Bounce Blast. This is a very interesting game that is, I guess the easiest way to call it is a platformer bullet hell, or a platformer shoot 'em up. And it will look very, very complicated, but I assure you it's not. So we don't want to touch any of the bullets, obviously. That's the bullet hell part of it. You don't want to touch any of the bullets. This little meter here on the right that I'm shooting at, that shows you wave progress. And then these little blue things. You see, I can't shoot them, but I can jump on them. This is where the platforming comes in, right? Boom! Banked it. When you touch the top, when you touch the ceiling, you bank your points. So, here's the trick of it. You want to mix your bouncing with your shooting. When you are bouncing, you are invincible. So you saw there, I bounced straight through the bullets. That's exactly what this game is about. That is the core mechanic of this game. So you bounce, you can even absorb their bullets midair. You have to be careful when you bank, because you will immediately fall to the bottom of the screen and you won't be able to bounce. Excuse me, you won't be able to bounce anymore. But the big thing is just keep bouncing. You get more points for bouncing. You get a star if you destroy all the green things. And sometimes you'll see a UFO, sometimes you'll see those little blocks, stars, and other things. And then these star counts will add up over time. So here's your first boss, right? Boss 1. Really, really easy boss, but it brings together all the mechanics you just saw. So, dodge the bullets in a bullet hell situation, right? Our bullets aren't going to penetrate a shield, so what do? Bounce up to the blue up top, and there you go. So that's critical damage. Right, so now we have a chance for another crit. There it is. Another crit. Just like that. And this is pretty much the entire game right here. Oh, crap. I messed up. I done goofed. That's sad. I've played quite a bit of this game, and I done goofed. That's really sad. That's okay. Whee! There it is. And that's the first boss right there. So, each boss ends a phase where you get a complete recap of what happened, right? So we gathered 27 small gems, so you know as we were bouncing, we were leaving behind gems that we can then gather. We got 1 bonus star. There was 1 available. We know that just by the way that they appeared. We kept our 2 lives, and our best combo was 8. Not a great combo, but you know what? It was a combo all the same. So our points, 211,000. We're on wave 7, and we have 2 lives left over. So you can see right as we're bouncing, we're leaving behind those little crystals, right? And there's a little green thing. So that's the UFO I was talking about earlier. So it went ahead and dropped off all of the little things that we were talking about earlier, those little stars. So keep bouncing. You can see that I'm flying through all of the bullets there. I'm collecting the bullets. That is how you win this game. If you do not bounce, you will have a really hard time playing this game. I promise you, it's going to be an awful time if you're not bouncing. So right there, I just killed a big enemy. I picked up bonus points. You didn't get to see those, but it was a bonus 10,000. Come on. Get there. Got it. Okay, so we got an extra star here. There's our wave. 300,000. So we're already through to wave 9 now. And it just continues on like this for a very long time. There's a lot of waves to go ahead and play through. A lot of content and a lot of interesting challenges. There's some, later on, there's some lasers that you'll be encountering. Now, these lasers are not inherently dangerous. However, you have to avoid getting squished. That's the big thing, is you want to avoid getting squished with the lasers. Now, I don't fully remember. We'll go ahead and bank, because there was a lot of stuff left over, and the wave was almost done. I don't remember. Yeah, here we go. So here's the lasers. First episode of the lasers, right? So if we get squished, we die. So we're just going to go ahead and shoot that. Meanwhile, we're bouncing, and you cannot bounce through the laser, but the laser itself won't hurt you, right? So we're bouncing against it, but we're not bouncing and getting damaged by it. And you won't get damaged by it regardless. So you notice our stars are full here. Just got to stay alive. This is what I mean. It's really hard if you don't bounce. You just got to stay alive. All right. So here we go. So this is what happens. Bonus round, right? So now you're playing a retro game. So we maxed out all those stars. Now you're playing a retro game. I believe this is, I want to call it Centipede. I can't remember. But this is a very old game. This is a bonus round. You get bonus points. Bounce. Arachno bonus. Go get rid of all that. Alright, alright. Uh-oh. It's speeding up. It's speeding up. Gotcha. Alright. Get bouncing. Okay, we didn't do very well on that. Bonus over. Bonus 278,000 points. So there you go. So that's what happens when you max out all your stars. You get that bonus wave. And they're a lot of fun. The bonus waves are a lot of fun. Whoop. Okay, so here we go. So you see, the lasers don't hurt us, right? But they will hurt us if we allow ourselves to go ahead and get squished. So we need to avoid that here. It's not very challenging. Okay, here we go. Going again. There's the bonus points again. We have green, so we can charge up. And then, okay, bullets falling from the sky. All right, so now you can see we are shooting more. We're shooting 5 instead of the 3 that we were shooting before. And here's boss number 2. Now, obviously, I'm not going to play through the entire game, right? At some point, we're just going to go ahead and end it. But this right here is pretty much the entire game. This is a more difficult boss than the previous one. So be careful of the lasers. Those will hurt you. And then you also have to pay attention to where the bullets are going. Now, first phase, pretty straightforward. You need to bounce. Stay bouncing. And then, there you go. There's your crit damage. You just got to be careful. Here it's coming. So we're safe right there. All right. So overall, we're going to go ahead and stop after this second boss here. Ah, couldn't get there. That's okay. We can just sit here and dodge. It's fine. Overall, I'd go ahead and give this game a really solid 7.5 out of 10. It's fun. I would not say it's addicting, not for me personally. However, if you're a fan of bullet hells, or you really like the platforming aspect of it, it's a very innovative game, right? It's a very innovative game. It's not often that you see a bullet hell mixed with a platformer slash shoot 'em up. Really, if you want to replace the bullet hell aspect of it, you can call it a shoot 'em up. Very innovative, very fun, and I recommend it definitely. It's a great pickup. So, I must put this out right now, if this looks overwhelming, it might be overwhelming for you specifically, but I promise you, it looks more complicated than it actually is. It looks way more complicated than it actually is. So let's go ahead and just exit. There we go. Back to the Hyper Bounce Blast main screen. Again, it looks way more complicated than it actually is, and it's a lot of fun. I greatly enjoy it. I've put in quite a bit of time into the game, and I thought it was a good experience. So again, 7.5 out of 10. It's on Steam, and as I recall, it is $10, $5. Excuse me. It is $5 on Steam, developed by Flump Studios, published by Kiss. Not the band, Kiss. Different Kiss. So if you want it, you can go down in the description down below. As always, there will be a link straight to the Steam page for you to pick it up. So that is Hyper Bounce Blast. Thank you guys for joining me on this Take a Peek episode, and I will see you all next time with another Take a Peek. DFTBA.